Hello and welcome to the Federal. The Reserve Bank of India announced on Monday, that is on the 31st of October, that from November 1st, 2022, it will begin pilot launches of the Digital Rupee. Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman had announced that the RBI will launch a digital currency in the financial year 2022 to 2023, and that was the first official statement from the government on this digital currency issue. So, what is this central bank digital currency or CBDC? Is it same as other digital currencies such as Bitcoin? How is it different from using physical currency or digital transaction from bank? Like how is it different from using your mobile wallets like GPay and Paytm? So to explain all this, I have Gracelyn Litta with me, who is an economist. And thank you for joining me in this short session, Ms. Gracelyn. Let's start with a simple and most obvious question. So what is this digital rupee and how is it different from what we use now?
Thank you, Nisha, for that introduction. So, to basically explain what is CBDC, it's going to be your basic 100 rupee note in a digital form. What you receive as cash, it's going to be implemented by the RBI in digital form. It's nothing other than a sovereign currency, but it's going to be in your digital format. This is the simplest explanation of CBDC.
Okay, so how is it different from what we use now? For example, when I send 100 rupees from my account to my friend's account through Google Pay. So how is that different from this digital currency transaction?
Fine, that's a nice question. So, what you say regarding GPay and UPI movements, and even it can be your account balances, these are all payment transactions wherein your actual money is regulated to these account balances. Only what you hold, that is, example, you hold 5,000 bucks in SBI account. It's just going to mean that you hold 5,000 rupees, and if you're going to make a payment of 2,000 rupees, and UPI or RTGS or NEFT is just going to facilitate the transaction through your balances, which is already been held. But what was that 5,000 bucks actually? It is actually the notes which was printed by RBI. It was the currency which is given by RBI to SBI, that is a commercial bank, and that is what the commercial bank has lent to you. But now, what is different from this digital rupee? Digital rupee is like directly going to be given by the central bank of India, that is RBI, to the consumer, to the end consumer. So you will have the equivalent power of that sovereign currency, 100 rupee note being held in your SBI account, and 100 rupee note being 100 rupee digital token being held in the RBI wallet, which will be released soon.
So RBI has been strongly opposing private cryptocurrencies. How is CBDC different from cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin? Because when we say digital currencies, people automatically tend to think Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies like that. So how is this CBDC different from cryptocurrencies?
So, as the definition, the plain definition of RBI itself gives it away that CBDC is a sovereign, is a digital form of the sovereign currency. So, it's backed up by the sovereign assets. So, when RBI can print notes, it has the liability. It has the liability of the notes, money supply in the nation. So, when it refers to private virtual currencies, it is just managed through this blockchain technology, and it is not backed up by any tangible assets. Say if you hold 10 bitcoins, and RBI doesn't has the authority to it. It doesn't is not even a legal tender for it, and you cannot back up because the price movements is going to be very volatile. One day 5 bitcoins is going to mean to be 10 bitcoins, and another your 5 bitcoins is going to be mean 2 bitcoins. So how will then RBI provide money? There is no legal backup for it, and that's why RBI is like totally against this. This is one of the reasons, and another reason is that there are so many anti-money laundering laws which are eyeing to for safety and KYC measures of the recipient and sender.
Moving on to the next question. So how will CBDCs be beneficial? Can we also say that it is a push towards cashless economy?
Yeah, so we'll go in with the intention of the Honorable Finance Minister as expressed in the budget speech. The main element was to reduce the maintenance of cash rupees. That is, the cost of printing notes were getting higher. And so this was the main reason that they wanted to get into digital currency. Also, since India has been focusing on digitalization, this can be well inferred that the government is eyeing towards a cashless economy and thereby eliminating many other setbacks of this economy.
But Graceland, do you think ordinary citizens will use this digital currency?
So, as we can see, info from RBI's concept note, they have two versions of it. That is, one is like the wholesale one, and the one is the retail one. So, as we said, today is the pilot launch of the wholesale one. So, wholesale one is like predominantly focusing on interbank settlements, and the retail one is the one every common man can use. So, to answer this more clearly, RBI's intention is of increase our financial inclusion index. That is to make financial inclusion be available to every part of the nation, like to every rural area and everything. And that is the reason they are just exploring options for even using this digital currency in offline mode. They are keen on digital currency being sent to the retailers and to every nook corner of the country, even to people who don't have a bank account. So this can be accessed by just opening a RBI wallet, and you can purchase like how you draw it from ATM, or you can convert your existing cash to digital currency, and you can be accessing and making payments with it. And also they have also set their motive that there would be some limits on holding of CBDC as well, so that it doesn't become a disruption to the current financial structure. So this can mainly be viewed as something which is accessible to the retailers, provided we might see how the RBI is going to face it out. At the same time, we can see that RBI is keen on motivating the nation towards a very regulated system of virtual currency. So this can be procured and can be maintained by the people without any risk of volatility, which is very inherent in private cryptocurrencies.
Thank you, Graceland. And now we'll go to our last question. Is CBDC going to be interest bearing?
RBI has discussed upon this, and it has expressed its concern on if CBDC is interest bearing, then it would motivate all account holders to withdraw their bank deposits and then invest in CBDC. This would mean then the commercial banks will have to push the interest rate for their bank lendings, and then it's again going to be a cost for the economy. And so, as of now, there have been controversial views in that, even during the management which sat for the concept of CBDC, because then what else is going to motivate the people to shift towards CBDC if not for the interest bearing thing? But then, as of now, the RBI has confirmed that it's going to be non-interest bearing, so that it won't disrupt the financial infrastructure as of now in the economy.
Thank you, Graceland. So actually, viewers, many countries have expressed interest in digital currencies, but only a few have managed to develop their own CBDCs. RBI website also says that a survey which was conducted in 2021, that is a survey of central banks across the world, revealed that 86% were actually actively researching the potential of digital currency, and 60% were experimenting with the technology, and 14% had already deployed pilot projects. Let's wait and see how this digital currency works out in India. Thank you for joining us, Graceland. Stay tuned with the Federal for more such updates.